If you're feeling guilty even after you have given your best, then my dear one, you're running on emotional conditioning and not the truth. If this resonated, make sure that you watch this video completely. Hello, beautiful souls. Welcome to the episode 6 of week 2 of a powerful 7-week series only created with intention to help working women, mothers, caregivers to close gracefully 2025 and step into 2026 with emotional clarity, energetically balanced, and a beautiful rebooted identity. If you're new here, please make sure that you subscribe, tap that bell icon to get all the future upload notification. And I'm going to share, I have committed myself to share for 7 weeks on Monday, Wednesday, and Friday, only to support so that we can close gracefully 2025 and step into 2026 with a totally new felt identity. So, if you are a woman, working women, especially mother, caregiver, and if you think that this resonated with you and it may help you, many of your friends, make sure to you share this video. And these 7 weeks are intentionally curated with information to make sure that I support women who leads, who nurtures, works, manages, and still carries that silent weight of guilt and goes through all the things, still being resilient, but down the line she feels the weight. So only to support such women, I have created this curated this 7-week information, and that's the reason I'm sharing with all of you this series. Today we are deep diving into something almost every working woman struggles with. And what is that? That is guilt, my dear one, especially when you choose yourself. What is guilt? Have you ever thought of it? Guilt is nothing but a conditional or emotional residue of the conditioning. The conditioning we have gone through as a child, as a girl child, and when we are women, we are conditioned to believe you should do more, you should be available, you should not disappoint anyone, you should manage everything, you should not rest until everything else is okay. And that will never happen. You should be perfect. Oh, perfectionism. Oh my God. So all this shows up as mom's guilt, career guilt, self-care guilt, success guilt, boundary guilt, saying no guilt. Do you resonate all this or any of this? If yes, let me know what you feel in the comments, my dear one. I would love to read them. Today, we are going to deep dive on something that every woman, especially working women, struggles with. And what is that? That is guilt. Guilt, especially when you choose yourself, the guilt you feel. That is what we're going to address in this video. If you feel guilty for resting, saying no, prioritizing yourself, and even succeeding, then this episode will liberate you. Make sure that you see this video completely. How do you think we can detox it? Let's name the type of guilt so that you can see what is being draining you. Mom's guilt. What do you mean by mom's guilt is you feel guilty for working or tired or not being perfect mother. Yeah. Career guilt. You feel guilty for choosing your growth, ambition, and goals. Rest guilt. You feel guilty when you pause, breathe, and do nothing. We are all human. We need rest. It's not just the good night rest, good night sleep rest. Even sometimes some women even don't get that. But I'm not just talking about the good night rest. We need to pause. We need to stay with us with us authentically. I have to stay with myself authentically. That is when I can give a pause to myself, right? So then the boundary guilts that when you tell no, not now, later, I'm not available. So all these boundaries you're trying to put because only to save yourself from the energy leaks, and you end up being guilty. So you try to pack something and something else opens up. Again, it's a form of energy leak only. The receiving guilt, oh my God. Receive, as women, we are such a receptive energy, not a passive receive. I mean, we don't just sit and receive, right? So it is not a passive receiver, but yet we are so guilty to receive. You feel, when someone gives to you, because you're used to only giving and not receiving, you feel guilty receiving it. And success guilt, you feel guilty for shining or being more capable than others. It's not about only others, it's just about you being your authentic self. If that shines, then why dim that? Why guilty about success, being successful? As women, when we feel guilty, we shrink, we feel small, and we try to dim our light, adjust, and overcompensate. But the truth is, guilt is not your intuition, it's a conditioning, as I mentioned. So, guilt is conditioned, disguised in emotion. So, and today we will work towards detoxing it. Guilty is an emotional chokehold. But in 2026, let's not allow guilt to follow us. Guilt cannot come with you in 2026. Make sure you detox it. As usual, with all my videos, I make sure that I accompany this or support this content with a small exercise, only to support you to release or release the unserving, not release something that is not serving you, drop something that is burdening you. So let's release the guilt, which is part of a conditioning and not the truth. Yeah. So I will walk you through the guided visualization. Let's release the guilt today. So please be with me, sit comfortably. Make sure the space is sacred and you will not be disturbed or distracted. And just be with my words. Just do as I say, and let's release the guilt as much as possible. Work on it on a day-to-day basis, and let's drop all the guilt in 2026 and consciously move to 2025 and consciously move to 2026. So let's start the visualization guided activity. Sit comfortably. Relax your shoulders. Place one hand on the heart and other hand on the belly, just below the diaphragm. Close your eyes gently and inhale deeply, exhale slowly. This is your first step, awareness breath. Inhale deeply, exhale slowly. Now say very softly, I see the guilt I have been carrying. I see the guilt I have been carrying. Now let's identify the source. That's your second step. Take another slow breath. Ask yourself quietly, who taught me to feel guilty for being myself? Who taught me to feel guilty for being myself? Let's not judge anything. Let's just observe. Let names or memories appear. Do not judge them. This visualization is just to witness, just to observe. Do not judge and get into another trap. Just let the memories appear or the names appear. Say softly, this guilt is a learned one and not mine. This guilt is a learned one and not mine. Now, we will release this guilt with our breath. That's your step 3. Inhale through your nose for 4 counts. Hold for 2 counts. Exhale through your mouth for 6 counts. As you exhale, imagine guilt leaving your body as grey mist. As you exhale through your mouth, it has been leaving your body as grey colored mist. And now slowly say, I release this guilt with gratitude. There is no judgment, there is no comparison. It's just all about being in gratitude. I release this guilt with gratitude. Now integrate yourself with the feminine aspect or energy system of your life. That's a step 4. Place both your hands on the heart. Inhale and exhale. Say, I am allowed to choose myself. I am allowed to choose myself. I am allowed to rest. I am allowed to rest. I am allowed to succeed. I am allowed to succeed. Take one deep breath. Inhale, exhale. Slowly come back to the room. Open your eyes. You just came home to yourself. You just came back to you. You just came back home. Now that you have visualized and released the mist as a gray color, release the guilt as a gray color mist. Now we need some tools on day-to-day basis to adopt this release as, to integrate within our day-to-day life. So how do we do that? The first step is replace guilt with clarity. Replace guilt with clarity. That is, instead of I feel guilty, ask what do I need right now? Instead of feeling guilty, ask what do I need right now? That is your first step. Find the answer. Then replace the guilt with boundaries. This does not work for me right now, and you don't owe any explanation. It is your need, right? You have to, first step is identify, replace guilt with clarity. Second is replace guilt with boundaries. Then replace the guilt with honesty. I need rest, I need space, and I need help, right? Honesty dissolves guilt. When you're authentic, emotions, complex emotions like guilt, fear, and all these uncomfortable things, what happens? Honesty, authenticity will actually help you to clear them, dissolve them. So first is replace guilt with clarity, replace guilt with boundaries, then replace guilt with honesty, and the last step is replace guilt with self-trust. Replace guilt with self-trust. You cannot honor others when you abandon yourself. Please remember this. I would not say don't honor, don't be in relationship, don't serve. I never say all this. You need to put yourself first, and then only you will be able to nurture others. Women are part of, women have this nurturing, nurturing nature, but we end up nurturing others without nurturing ourselves. That is a whole crux we need to catch us there, that we need to nurture ourselves. So if you abandon yourself, you can no way honor others. So make sure that you do not abandon yourself. Okay? So, and the last thing is replace with choice. Don't do it in force. Don't do it in, don't do it in avenge or in revenge or, avenges. No. Feminine energy is not about all of this. It's just about flowing, telling herself what is it is needed, and you just have to choose that I choose myself without guilt. I choose myself without guilt. If that is what is it, please note, you're not selfish. You're just self-aware. You're aware of yourself. Don't call yourself as selfish. Let people call, it's their problem. You don't call yourself selfish because you're self-aware. If this message touched your heart today, my dear one, make sure that you comment, I choose myself without guilt. I would love to see thousands of such messages from each of you, right? If this video can touch thousands of women, or at least 10 women who could say that I chose myself without guilt, is the best thing, best gift that I could see on this platform to create such wonderful content only for you guys, only to support for you guys. And don't forget, as you move on, please subscribe to this channel, click on the bell icon to get the future notification when I upload, and make sure that you watch this space for all the 7-week videos and get yourself reset and reboot for 2026. So join the WhatsApp group. The link is mentioned below. Make sure you join the upcoming masterclass. Probably I'll conduct in Jan 2026. Please make sure that you register to the masterclass, and I will see you more closely and collaborate with self after you join my community. Always remember, my dear one, you deserve a life where you can choose yourself without fear or without guilt. You choosing yourself should not make you feel fearful and guilty. And I'll see you in the episode 7, my beautiful soul. Until then, loads of love. Thank you so much for being for so long with me in this journey. And I'll see you on the other side if you have registered to the masterclass. Thank you so much. Loads of love. I am your Roopa life coach. Thank you.